Hi, Jordan. Thank you for your video about social justice. I just wanted to reply to you just to say that I wholeheartedly agree with pretty much everything you said when you were talking about being aware of our blind spots when we're dealing with different clients. I agree 100%. And I really liked what you said about curiosity, that we should stay curious, not have preconceived notions about our clients. Basically, we don't want to put them in boxes. And everything you were saying, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. You emphasize the importance of asking questions, inquiring, and just keeping that curious attitude. That reminds me of like what the Bible talks about, having a childlike faith, that we have a sense of wonder even about our clients. That's just something that came into my mind when you kept talking about curiosity, which I think is crucial to this topic, and I appreciate your highlighting that. You also talked about self-reflection, how important that is. 100% yes. And the saying, you don't know what you don't know. I appreciate how you said that we have to continue acknowledging what we don't know. Yes. And to have a willingness to improve and educate yourself as a counselor. I just wanted to say kudos to you, because if you keep thinking that way, I really think you're going to have great success. And then the verse that you chose, I actually have that verse hanging on my wall, and I thought it was such an appropriate verse. I almost chose it for my own video, and I pulled it down from the wall just for this video purpose. Micah 6:8, seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. I love it so much. It's usually hanging up on my wall right over there. So I appreciated you sharing that verse. I think it's very apropos for this topic of social justice. The Lord is commanding us seek justice. So the final thing you were talking about, the sliding scale, pro bono services, educating yourself on the mental health laws, and really keeping in mind and making an effort to be an advocate for the marginalized people, the underserved people in this world, to really be an advocate for them. And I could not agree more. And I just wanted to share with you an interesting article that I found about advocacy. And it was talking about climate change for the most part. But the researcher talks about how climate change, and it might sound kind of in left field, but if you want to take a look at the article, I just thought you might be interested, because it talks about how that issue of climate change negatively impacts marginalized populations disproportionately, which I found fascinating. And it's a current topic that this researcher says that we should consider as advocacy, as advocates, as counselors. This brings up the issue of social justice and advocacy, something for us to think about, really advocating for underserved and marginalized clients that we may have. Advocate for client change because of how much it disproportionately impacts negatively those marginalized that you were talking about. So, in order to truly promote overall client well-being, counselors must holistically consider the systemic barriers that clients are confronted with. And in this case, they're talking about climate change. So just something if you're interested in looking into. But it goes right along with what you were talking about with advocating and helping, perhaps doing some pro bono services, but advocating in general. So thank you again, Jordan, for your post. I really appreciate it.